Hey guys, talk about OCEA and talk about ZVSA. Uh, ZVSA, I only took the pre-market high day clear out that happened at like 9 a.m. Pretty much broke even on it, took some profit, and I got stopped out the rest. OCEA, this was a trade that multi-day runner. When this popped last week, I said in my Discord, I posted like 3 or 4 charts of OCA from last year, and I was like, OCA is just one of those tickers that is heavily manipulated, right? And it hasn't ran in a bit, and it's very bottomed out. So I was like, I was actually looking for the long last week on this, but I really didn't get what I wanted at market open, and then, timing these, if we go to, oh, not me. If we go to these, crazy out of nowhere end of these squeezes, it's super hard to time these, right? So, um, yeah, I always thought OCA, look at this quick. I made that video about the quick 1 minute 20 pullback. 1 minute 20, look at this quick pullback. Nothing but lower highs in a 1 minute 20, and then just rip. And then there's just no pattern here. There's just none. Super strong. Didn't hit the long, but also didn't hit the short on it. Um, but now it's in, multi-day runner mode, so I wasn't looking to short. Most multi-day runners have been very hesitant to apply day one patterns, right? Um, to the shorts, I had this open in the pre-market, but I wasn't looking to short it. Wasn't really looking to long it. You can tell the volume is actually very thin. When the volume is, the biggest candles are like 60K, and a lot of the candles are like sub 20, sub 10, sub 5K. I'm not interested in, I always look at volume first and then candlestick second. And, and in my mind, it's just um, low volume with like zero volume soak. You get these pullbacks. Like, for example, I get a pullback right here and the volume's like 2K, 2K. Um, it just produces a lot of choppiness, and I'm not interested. So I was like, oh, I'll keep OCA up. And then I start seeing it squeeze with 1 million volume. I'm like, oh man, big volume multi-day runner. Now, this was actually a huge miss right here. This was an amazing long. So, like I made a video about the 1 minute 20 EMA being a good Momo, but especially these like quick dumps with no liquidity pattern, quick dump, and squeeze. The 1 minute 50 EMA is kind of the second MA where that works really good on, and you see this all the time. Um, where, here's this, this is a very simple high day clear out short trap. This is a high day clear out. I think this cleared out high day over here by like 1 cent. You get an instant dump, instant confirmation. So, but I'm not looking at, when I see multi-day runner 1 million, 1 million, 1 million, 1 million volume, I'm really not interested in trying to guess high day clearouts on high volume, especially manipulate tickers like OCEA. Um, it's not really, ZVSA has a huge history of giving really big fades. And on the book, this high day clear out, I don't really consider this a multi-day runner. To me, this just popped at the very end of the day. It's almost like popping in the after hours, where OCA had a significant amount of structure and shares traded and stuff like that on Friday. But this high day clear out on the book, and me not really counting this as a multi-day runner, I thought this was a much. And also, last week, the market was quite weak. We were getting a lot of morning fades, pre-market fades. So I took this short, right? But on the OCA, I would never think about taking this high day clear out, right? Um, and a large part of it, I wasn't even looking at. I really wasn't looking at it. This was a nice long. There was nothing on the book that was very amazing on this long. There were bids down at VWAP here, but from a structure perspective, and with the rotation, with the volume, it's actually really really nice. Like I would not um, look for the short there. I would assume high day clear out short trap with a walk down. Um, and then I really wasn't looking at it until it started pushing on this candle up here, right? This 1205 candle up to 2.6. That's a very hyper aggressive move, right? Um, and I don't blame people for thinking like, well, isn't this a decent long trap candle? Maybe it stalls right up here, then pulls, or maybe it just, pulls the rug right away. But from the book perspective, A, I was afraid of the multi-day runner, and B, I was looking at the bid structure on that push, right? And you can actually see here, um, here's like the initial push, throws up a bid. Here's another push, huge ask at 260, kind of holding this down. And I kind of wanted to see what the reaction to that ask would be. And I wanted to see what the bid situation. I saw the bidders come in. I saw it respect the bidders. I saw it squeezing to this level. And then it started filling that ask right here. And the bidder was still there. So I was like, this is kind of a grindy, high volume multi-day runner. And I don't want to, be too aggressive on a move like this. And it ended up just squeezing high day. And like I said, I really don't like guessing high day clearouts on these strong multi-day runners. They tend to have a lot of support, right? So the short I did taking was here, right? And I actually thought this was much better than here. I wouldn't blame anyone for taking this here. Actually, it's not the worst short. It's like a little there's like a little 2.6 backside paint right here with a nice little wick. I was actually thinking about it. I was thinking about shorting that candle, but I noticed that on a lot of midday shorts, I do like the wait. I found that waiting more than, half an hour, sometimes 40, 45 minutes after high day. Just the here to here is about 40, 45 minutes. I thought, um, that gives time for support to set, longs have a clear support level that they're risking off of. You get these hyper aggressive moves at the top. I really love these little hyper aggressive moves. And then we got a great little secondary retail push here that I really liked. So, here's that first short you could have taken. This was at like 227, 1227. Not the worst. Not a lot of bid follow up. Some asks coming in up here. New asks coming in on this box. Actually wasn't that bad. But it was this trade that I took over here where, you know, in my Discord I have you get join my Discord through my Patreon, and my Patreon I do these weekly reviews where I go over like all the best plays of the week, and I go a lot more in depth than I kind of do in um, these YouTube videos. Actually pretty in depth, but I like um, the weekly reviews really focus on the week as a whole and like the biggest lessons, strong and um, sorry, my daughter woke up. The bullish and bearish factors have really shaped my thinking, shaped my trading, and one of the things I talked about was the best long traps, and we saw this on ZVSA. I'll go over my short there. Is a lot of times they throw up a bid, and when they push, when you get the little long trap you push at the top of the push, they pull the bid. Right, this is very common, and it's really nice when they fill an ask. They often fill an ask that they pull the bid, and then pull the stock, and that's the top of the bounce. And we can actually see this with ZVSA. If we go to that pre-market high day clear out, we actually see the same thing. Again, I wasn't really looking to short this because we had bid follow up. I called this on my Discord: bid follow up, bid follow up, bid follow up. But on the high day clear out, it filled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 levels of ask, and they pulled the bid. So I actually chased into this pullback. I was in like the 150s. I wasn't like big braining the top up here. But interesting thing about this is they held 1.5, 1.5. 1.5 is heavily pated, and I told my Discord, it's like I'm looking for a 1.5 push and market open, and depending on what happens on that push and what the volume is like, I'll probably have my risk near 1.6, right? And in this case, the bearish thesis would be it would push 1.5, it would stall maybe around here and pull, right? But you could see they broke 1.5, they started throwing some bids, and it went straight up, and I just got out, and that was the end of that trade. There's crazy volatility up here. I didn't really want to guess. Look at this, went from like 2 to 2.5 to 2.1 to 2.5, like it was doing like this whiplash. The bid and the ask were just teleporting all over the place, and I didn't really have a read on it. And then I just got out, and I just stopped trading it. But this was nice. This was, It fit the time frame. With my midday shorts, I really like waiting, 30, 45 minutes, sometimes even an hour, sometimes even longer. But I would say at least half an hour from high day. I like the structure. I like to see some type of support level holding. Longs, I told my Discord, I'm like, longs are definitely risking this 2.4 area for sure. Um, and I like the pattern. I like the bids getting pulled and I like the push. You could see how many asks are stacked up here. And not only that, I mean, you could just count, get rid of, sorry, get rid of this. Um, you had one big squeeze, two big squeeze, three big squeeze. Stocks only could squeeze so many times. Um, so yeah, that's why I just took this candle here, second retail push, took some off at the 1 minute 200 VWAP, took some off sub 2. Then I was holding for a 5 minute 200. I don't know if I'm going to get it. There's still another 40 minutes left. This isn't a big down only, so it would not be surprising to see this rotate, maybe even back above VWAP. So it is a multi-day runner. It's going to have a lot of support levels. A lot of times they trade on longer time frames. Like maybe you get kind of see on the 15-minute right here that the 15-minute 50 was acting as support. Acting as support could be acting as support over here. Just. Um, so I do like to take profits a little more aggressively on something like this. And yeah, but yeah, this was a huge miss long side. This was a clean long. It's probably one of the cleanest momentum longs of the day. High day clear out short trap, massive walk down to the 1 minute 50, which in this case it could be very strong, right? Sometimes maybe fake 5 minute flag on this push, but in my mind, when I see big volume multi-day runner high day clear outs, I'm like, it, it's a bullish factor I don't like when if I'm trying to guess some type of long trappy push up to here. I don't like to have that as a factor that's like working against me. So, but yeah, this was nice. I like when these high relative volume pushes come in, right? Um, so anyways, that's my trade for today. Bit of a shorter video. And yeah, ZVSA just didn't, I wasn't really trading at volatility after all those up halts and kind of a break even trade. That was it. That was two trades. Both short, a little different. I feel like past couple weeks I've been longing a lot, but those were both short. And yeah, overall, be careful on the multi-day runners. Who knows what's good OCA is going to keep doing. That's why I was taking profits on the way down. So, all right, guys, and that's it for today. Information down below for my Discord, and have a good one. See ya.